Hey, this is Anthony from Rocket Prince, and thanks for joining my evening chat one-on-one with you, talking about how to start an online business, entrepreneurship, or even a side hustle to help you generate some extra money for your business. Now, if you're curious about seeking that opportunity and you're watching this video, well, most likely you're watching it for a reason because you are still curious or you're simply scared, you're unsure, unfamiliar territory. Well, if you watch my last videos, I talk about my journey, how I got started, and what piqued my interest to finally making that decision. Now, it all starts with your mindset, right? You have to have a thought why you want to do this. And then at the very end, you want to execute it. Once you decide you're going to move on with the decision, that's when your journey starts. Now you have a story to tell, okay? How you did it, but what motivates you to do it? Now, I don't understand what your situation is right now, but maybe it's you're scared. Maybe it's money. Whatever you're going through, there's something stopping you from doing this today. Okay? And that's what this whole purpose of this video is, to give you insight of what you can do to help you start your business. Now, today I want to talk about money. So when I first started, I wanted actually to start a franchise, but I wanted to do a franchise maybe with a restaurant or something like that. Okay, but I didn't have gobs of money like franchises or people who are seeking those opportunities. They have money. They've already been in entrepreneur businesses and they've accumulated a lot of money, and that's when they make their investments. Okay, most likely that's what I'm thinking. But if you're like me and you're living paycheck to paycheck and you have a little bit of money and you have the opportunity, then that's what I did. I had that opportunity. I had some time and I wanted to take that small amount of money and make a big investment. And it paid off. When I finally started doing it, I wasn't understanding the magnitude of what this was going to lead me into. Okay. And because I crossed that line and I made this jump, I actually learned how to heat press t-shirts. I learned about sublimation, and I've learned how to do graphic design on computers. I've learned how to find other applications that tailor towards graphic designing. And the biggest one that I've learned, that I've accomplished so far, is embroidery. Okay. And now I've started a YouTube channel. Okay. And now I am talking to people that I've never dreamed that I would do. Okay. And all of this started by me being in the mall, looking at somebody who already took that leap of faith and was making it happen for them, and they were making money, all right, and doing their own entrepreneurship. When I saw them, I saw me, and it's led me to this, okay? And I'm still having fun, and I have no idea what's in store for me going forward in the future, okay? But I can tell you this. One thing that I've done is I've kept up with my goal, my vision, my dream. All right. Yes, I've gotten frustrated and I put it away, but I've come back, and I've come back every year. And one thing that I've done that's made me successful is I write goals. I write goals every year. And I like to do it in December because that's the tail end of the year. And then I'm going into the new year. So I get my Excel spreadsheet and I write my goals. I put, what am I going to do? What am I accomplishing next year? And I give my goals by months. And I give my goals. This is what I plan to do in January, February, March, April, May, all the way to the end of the year. And then during the mid-year, I'll go back to my goals and I check them off, whatever I accomplished. Okay? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of times I don't even get to those goals, okay? But I've learned that when I started making those goals and I started paying attention to them, I started accomplishing more things as I started paying attention to my goals and started committing myself to do it every year. Now I look forward to my goals. I look forward to meeting my goals. I look forward to checking those off because I feel like I've accomplished something. And because I've done that, I can tell that I have improved a lot with a lot of the things that I've done. Okay? I've hit my YouTube channel harder. I'm making more videos. I strategize before I make videos. Before I used to just jump in and try to make something right away. But now I actually try to pay attention to everything that I'm doing to make a good quality video. One quick tip that I want to give you if you don't have money. All right, I had $400. Now let's just say you didn't have $400, okay? And you wanted to start tomorrow or something like that, right? I can tell you something that I did, and just to give you a quick tip, what you can do to start making a side hustle now. Now, you can buy this at Home Depot. You can buy a big plank of wood, and you can buy a saw and just start sawing it into quarters. Okay. Now I bought this at Michael's, the wood. This cost me, and I'm looking on my internet right now, seeing the price. But this cost me $5, $5.99. The hooks probably cost me $5. Okay. So if you take this, let's just say total value, $10. Now I added the paint. I made this for a video for a theme, and it was for Valentine's Day. Okay. And I did this for my video. Okay. But if you think about it, you can make a $10 investment. Let's just say you had $20. You're able to make $20 a paycheck. You get paid once a week. If you save that $20, right, you can make 2 of these per week. Okay. So you can make 8 of them. Now think about this. If you made 8 of those, well, let's just use one. If you made one investment for $10, all right, you put the hooks on there, you colored it. Now you could sell this thing for $30. You can start off with your family and your friends. Okay. Sell that to them for $30. Make something tailored to something that you like a theme, like a holiday. You know, Father's Day is coming up next week, right? You can do a Father's Day coat hanger. You know, look at 4th of July is coming up. You can make a 4th of July theme, and you can start selling those now and make you that profit. Okay. And once that profit starts building up, and let's just say you wanted to invest in a heat press, you can make a bunch of those and go out on the corner, all right, somewhere, and start selling them, or start selling them online. Open you up a free Etsy account and start putting those things online and start selling. That's how you can make quick revenue. Okay. And then you can start saving that money and then go invest into a machine that you want. If you wanted to do something like I did, heat pressing, embroidery, or something like that. What I'm trying to tell you is that's a start. That's a start. You can start off with something simple like that and test the waters. But the main purpose of what I'm trying to tell you is test the waters. Make it and then tell somebody about it and see how they react and get their input. Hear their ideas. Listen to them, because they're going to give you what you want to hear. They're going to tell you what they want. And that should get you started on understanding your audience. Now, if you get paid for it, now it becomes a different world, right? Because now you just receive some money. And believe me, once you get something, once you get paid for something that you did, it is an awesome feeling, okay, to get paid. It's just so overwhelming with joy that you're going to feel because you did something for yourself and you did something for somebody else, and everybody was happy in this transaction. So again, it starts with your mindset. You have to have a thought, you have to have a vision, and then you have to execute. Now, if you are like me, you're going to have ups and downs. There's going to be days that you're motivated, you're excited, you're ready to do this, and then all of a sudden something happens. Somebody comes in a bad mood or just ruins your day, or you did something, or your car breaks down or something like that, and just kills the whole mood. Okay? Now you're beat down and you just lost your interest, or somebody just made you feel bad, and you just lost your confidence. Okay. Well, how I overcame those thoughts was I actually went on YouTube and I just typed in motivational speakers. Okay. And I just listened. I would take a walk in the park and I would listen. And believe it or not, by the time you listen to all those segments, you're fired back up again. Now you want to get back up and running, and you want to start this again. But you have to keep applying those actions so you can take action. Okay? You need, like I said in my last videos, we are all connected. You can't do this by yourself. You have to have something to help you keep moving forward. Okay. So I would listen to those motivational speakers, and it would just change my mindset to get me fired up again and get me moving. And I don't know if you're a religious person or not, but if you're not, listen to motivational speakers. Okay. But if you are a religious person, read the Bible, pick it up, because believe it or not, that book is alive. And there is good literature in that Bible that will help you build the confidence that you need to keep moving forward. And that's one thing that I talk about in this video is we are all connected. You can't do this on your own. You need somebody to help you. And every day you meet people, ask questions. If you know somebody who's an entrepreneur or somebody that's making money around you, ask those people questions. Get their ideas, get their input. Even if the person you don't like, but that person's doing something good for themselves, ask those people. Just have a conversation. Get an understanding of what they are doing to help you help yourself. Because the only way you're going to get better is you have to seek those opportunities. Okay? And you have to take action. So always keep polluting your brain with positivity. Because if you pollute your brain with junk, that's what you're going to get. You're just going to get junk, and you're not going to get motivated. So when you're down and out, get on YouTube and listen to those motivational speakers, because they will uplift you. For starters, like I said, look at things that are cheap. Michael's is a great place to start looking for little projects that you can sell. Okay? Go in there, take a walk. Look at what people are buying around you. All right? Look at the ideas on the shelves. All right? Think about all those things that you could possibly make and start making your side hustle today. Okay? Or take a leap of faith and do what I did. I purchased a heat press machine, and I also took out some credit to buy it. Now, if you have the money, you can pay it back, go for it. Give it a shot. Money comes and goes. You're always going to get that money again. You will. Somehow you will. But if not, start thinking about what you can cut back at your house. If you know you're blowing your money on junk, put $10 aside. Put $10 aside and start saving it for your investment. Make a journal for yourself. Make a goal for yourself. I'm saving this money starting this Friday when I get paid. I'm saving $10. By the end of this month, I'll have $40. Okay, if you're saving it once a week, that's $40. Okay, what can you do with $40? Well, like I said, you can make one of these and you could sell this for 30, or hell, you can sell it for 40. All right, think about that. For your 1 month of savings, you sold one of those for $40. You just made your 1 month of savings in 1 week, just by taking the time to make that, create it into some type of theme that somebody's going to like, and selling it and make that money. All right. And I guarantee you, if you sold that bad boy for $40, there's going to be that inner desire where you're going to want to do it again. You're going to be like, dang, if I can do this, what else can I do? Because that's how I thought when I first made my first decal. And I wish I could show you a decal that I've made. Well, anyways, maybe I'll see if I can show you one next time. But I made that decal, all right? And when people saw me that car window decal, everybody liked it. And they wanted more decals. And I was only selling that for $5. Okay? And I think I said I made like $30 within five minutes. All right? And that just motivated me even more to keep pursuing this. Okay? So if I can bring anything to the table today, it starts with your mindset. All right? You have to have a vision. You have to have an action plan. And then you have to execute. Okay? So with your action plan, you want to talk about, what do I want to do? All right? And then from there, think about, how do I achieve what I want to do? So that from there, you have to write goals. Write your goals. If your goals are going to cost money, put a financial plan together. I only have X amount of cash that I could save. All right? And start saving that money. Start saving it. And once you reached your goal, then take that and execute on it. Don't blow it on anything else. Execute on your goal, your dream. Focus on your dream. Okay? And don't let anybody discourage you from that dream. Because if you keep doing this to yourself, your dream is going to sit back in the back corner and it's never going to come alive. All right? Or you're going to get older and older and you're just going to keep kicking yourself in the butt and saying, I wish I should have started sooner. The sooner you start, the better. Okay? Now, don't get me wrong. It's really never too late to start anything. Just start it. Look up some stories. I believe, I don't know the whole story of Kentucky Fried Chicken. All right, but I heard the story a long time ago and it intrigued me. All right, the guy, Colonel Sanders from Kentucky Fried Chicken, he started when he was like 60 years old. 60 years old. And he became this big franchise owner. Okay, this company, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Look up the story. It's crazy. Okay, so there's really no time to start anything. But what there is taking action. If you don't take action, you're never going to fulfill your dream. Okay, so always remember that. Write a plan, take action. Okay, and set your goals and follow through with your goals. Yes, your goals might be rocky at first, but once you start checking those boxes that you achieve something, it's only going to encourage you to continue to write your goals. All right? And that is something that has helped me throughout my years to help me be successful to where I'm at today. Okay, so I hope this video helped you. Thanks again for listening, and also leave me a comment. I would love to hear your feedback, as well as remember, your comments are just as important, okay, to somebody else. What inspires you might inspire somebody else just by your comment. They might just bypass this whole video and just focus on your comment. So please leave me a comment. Let me know what you're doing today. Let me know what you're thinking of starting your own entrepreneur business or your side hustle. I would love to hear the feedback, and I'm sure anybody else listening to this video would like to hear your feedback as well, because you might have that golden nugget that somebody else, that just might pique somebody else's interest. Okay? So with that, you have a blessed week and a blessed day, and we'll see you guys back on my next video, Evening Chat One-on-One with you. Thanks again for watching, and peace.